Fortnite, your top creators are abusing your system and getting people to boost their maps to the top of these charts.
7 days before payout, my biggest map I've spent weeks working on constantly updating has been taken down with no explanation. I wanted to cover the situation ever since it actually happened, because I think Geerzy got away with the thing he did and didn't really get punished for it, which I think is unfair. Fortnite's discovery is like YouTube right now. It's a platform to upload good content that people put days into, and then there is the most brain rot slop that will fry your brain quicker than watching 5 YouTube shorts in a row. But what YouTube also has are bad actors in the scene, who may abuse the system to gain a bigger following or to shut down other people. And exactly that is what transpired on the 24th of March, where the user Geerzy said, 7 days before payout, my biggest map I've spent weeks working on constantly updating has been taken down with no explanation. No email, no DM, no warning, just disabled. For context, he uploaded a map that was the pit, but had a completely different art style and had ranks to climb on top of. This would be a major upgrade to the entire The Pit franchise and would give a new take on it. But sadly, this map got taken down by someone that filed a copyright strike on it through the support. Copyright strikes behave different here. On YouTube, if you get free, you are getting terminated, but in Fortnite, your map just gets disabled. And after 3 days, he gave us an update on the situation and who filed the copyright strike. Update on this. I've got an email, and yeah, it was Geerzy who striked my map. Even though he has trademarked on the name The Pit and not Pit. Sadly, this is how the big creators work in this field. If you are not too keen on the drama that happened, you might ask yourself, wait, did he say Geerzy has trademarked a creative map? And to answer that, we have to look no further than on the official United States Patent and Trademark Office website. And yes, he does. He has filed a trademark request for the word The Pit since February. Anyway, to this day, it's not been fully checked by a human, so it could be cancelled, but that is where the problem starts rising. He's trying to strike down his opponents, even though the trademark is basically still, to this day, in review. Even though he has no right to do that, this is now where CypherPK comes into the scene with the following message. Yo, FN Create, you guys just letting one of your top map makers abuse copyright? No one owns the word pit. Geerzy then proceeds to say the following. Maybe ask a lawyer about the difference between copyright and trademark. He's completely dodging that he striked a creator's map, and you know you messed up on Twitter when you get community noted. The note states the thing I said before, that the trademark isn't even through their system yet. CypherPK proceeds to completely destroy Geerzy with this key detail. In my version of the pit, Geerzy states, you yourself understand that your map is just your version of the pit, a generic game type that existed before you made your map in Fortnite. He proceeds that statement with the following image of a livestream chat that isn't really said where it came from, but we can see a message of Geerzy where he himself stated that in my version of the pit I have a pole in the middle, that's where I hide all of the mechanics. Wait a second. In my version of the pit, that means that the pit is not his idea. But where does it come from? Well, Geerzy got inspired by the mode in Hypixel that has the same concept. You fall into a pit, have weapons, and you fight. It's the actual same concept, but why is Geerzy trying to trademark an idea that is not original and a copy from another game? Well, let's finish the thread first. Geerzy responded to that message of CypherPK only with, sounds like you still haven't spoken to a lawyer. Completely dodging the thing CypherPK said about him, but again, the community note kicked him down with the following: "Currently, this creator is participating in an act called copy fraud, meaning that they are falsely copyright claiming a widely used term or name without completely owning it as a trademark, which would in most cases be illegal." And CypherPK kicked him again by saying, "Go speak to your parents about not being a little." CypherPK then makes an entirely different post: "Your top map creators are abusing your system and exploiting players." And then he shows this video attached.
I'm on my favorite map, the Pit Free-For-All, made by Geerzy, and this map is actually the #1 most favorited map in Fortnite. Oh look, is that a mythic Zeus Thunderbolt? I actually want to use this weapon on this map right now. Let me see if I can pick this up. It says press. All right, so wait, it's not letting me pick it up. It says like and favorite to support. Oh, so I have to actually like and favorite the map, and then I can pick up the mythic Thunderbolt. So let me try that. I'm going to click escape, favorite, like. And now I should be able to pick up the mythic Zeus Thunderbolt. There it is. No, that's actually not working. It's not letting me pick up the mythic Zeus Thunderbolt. And I feel betrayed, honestly. And I want to take a look right here. This got added onto the map earlier this week. You can see exactly when it got added right here around March 24th. And ever since it got added, the pit went from most favorited #8 to #7 to #6, 4, 3, 2, and now it is the #1 most favorited map in Fortnite. But that's not all. This map's not the only one doing this. Crazy Red versus Blue, which is most favorited #2, also used this strategy to climb up the ranks. And BHE 1v1 Build Fights currently has this strategy right now on their map, and they happen to be most favorited #1, 2, and 3. And this row is actually the strongest row in Discovery. Fortnite, your top creators are abusing your system and tricking people to boost their maps to the top of these charts. Hopefully something is done.
He basically pitches a much needed conversation about actors abusing the system, to be on top and using shady tactics to stay there. Also, after CypherPK releases this video, that Thunderbolt was removed from the map. That means that they know it's illegal, but they proceed to exploit this bad moderation system of Epic Games to gain more money. On the same day, Leoxy's map got reinstated. I guess there is at least one happy ending to the story. Problem is, the damage from the strike was already done. The map was removed from Discovery, but even the official Fortnite creators account speaks against Geerzy by saying, "Your island is reinstated and live now. Creative freedom is essential to game dev. And we believe this is a game genre that other creators should be able to build on, just like Battle Royale." They are clearly stating that Geerzy is actually in the wrong here, but why aren't they punishing him for starting this whole situation? He clearly false copyright strikes this creator, but gets away with it? A few days pass and CypherPK releases a new map called Avatar Pit. He said in the comments of the tweet that as much as he liked the idea to have made this map to rub into Geerzy's face, his team worked a long time on this map. I guess he used the heat of the controversy to release his map. I think that is kinda weird, but I'm gonna talk about that later on more. On the same day, Team Hive, also a really big creative team, released with that opportunity also their idea of poking fun of the situation, the Pit Red vs Blue, combining the franchises of the Red vs Blue maps and the Pit. Geerzy must have been in a rush, and on the 10th of April, he releases his own The Pit Red vs Blue map. You know he was clearly rushing this map out and probably made it from scratch, because in the trailer, the timer in the back wasn't even working at the time. Also, remember when I said he tried to trademark the Pit? Well, he now also tries to trademark the Pit Red vs Blue. This was the rundown of this whole situation. I have some final words to say to this. First of all, I hope Geerzy learned not to mess with the copyright system, because even on YouTube, it has not helped big creators. it has only hurt them even more when they strike down smaller creators. This is clearly what happened to Geerzy. He striked a map and got a ton of backlash. But I guess he isn't really going to learn from that, because on how he stands on his takes, that he isn't really doing anything illegal. But just because it is not illegal does not make it morally right. And it's also not going to make you a good person. It makes you look like a big nerd that abuses every flaw in the law book. If a guy works in the same store and in the same job in there as you, it doesn't give you the right to kick him out. Just because you were the first to have that job in the store, that needs to be decided by the manager, not you. To put it simply, Geerzy, you have to be the bigger man and let others do their thing. You don't know what the situation is behind the computer screen. You could have taken the income away from an independent creator. Oh wait, you actually almost did that. The thing I hate is that he got away with it with no statement from his side and not a punishment from Epic's side. Before UFN came out, creators could have been banned for over 2 years for breaking a rule. And he didn't even get a single punishment for falsely striking a creator. But the thing is, that is not the first time he did that. So why not enforce that rule on big creators too? I mean, smaller creators can get heavy punishments, so why not him? What makes Geerzy so special? He strikes map creators so often. What makes this one different is that CypherPK called him out for that. Speaking of CypherPK, I think using a drama as a promotion for a map seems really weird to do. We were so happy that someone actually spoke out about all the things wrong with the top creators. Back to Geerzy. I have a theory why he is doing the things he does. It's actually really simple. He isn't creative. People come up with unique stuff in creative, but he sticks to this stuff because he either doesn't know how UFN works, or he just simply isn't creative for creative mode. Look at the pit. It's a simple game. Why not twist it? Why not make different terrain down where the players fight? Why does it have to be simple? Or is it maybe simple because he doesn't really have creative knowledge? What you can take away from this situation is that abusing a system results in some form of backlash for you. And if it's not coming from the company, it's from the consumers. And that stains far into your journey as a creator than you can even think about. Before ending the video, join my Discord and like and subscribe for more long form videos like this one. Also tune on in next week where I will go over UFN as a whole. And yeah, bye.